Okay, Adam, this is going to be kind of a brief look at the video you sent me. I'm just going to go over a few things, some checkpoints on the stuff that we talked about when you were here. Man, there's not a lot wrong here. So, your stance, everything from your stretch is fine. So once you get set, how far you have your feet apart, everything looks comfortable, your posture looks great, all this is good. The only thing that I reminded you when you were here with us that I want to keep reminding you about is this arm right here. That back arm flared out like that just means that your arm's a little bit tense. So just make sure that you've got relaxation in your shoulders, that you kind of shake it out a little bit, and your elbow should be closer to right in here. Now, it does not have to be pinched into your side, okay, because that's also too tense. So it's a happy medium between the two. You just want to let them hang down and be relaxed so that they can come around loose, all right? So that's the only thing really in this whole deal that I'm going to see. As you get going, you do a perfect job lifting your leg, getting your weight all the way back. There's nothing going forward right here. You've done a great job of not drifting too early. And now you're going to start weight shifts, start motioning forward, and you'll see that your entire body is moving forward, which is really, really good. So meaning you're keeping your head over your belly button as you're traveling down the mound rather than leaning too far back. Okay, so that's exactly what we want to have happen. Your hands are braking late, which is perfect. Everything's going well here. Now you're starting to drive down the mound, and this is the thing you're doing better this year than you were last year, in that you're creating force into the ground, driving away from the mound. So you've got your angle, which is keeping your front leg closed. This is a perfect start right here. Now, your sidearm, so down the mound, we expect this to start to open up. This is normal right here, where your front foot starts to open right here. That's because your hips got to clear differently than a guy throwing overhand. So because of that, they got to start opening a little bit, and that gives them a little bit of clearance so that your hips come around that leg more than over top that leg. But here's the other thing you're doing really, really well this year. Bracing the front leg. So as soon as you get into the ground right here, this frame is technically landing for you. This is where the knee stops moving forward. So in the next several frames, you're going to see yourself pivot around this knee, and everything's just going to go around that front leg. So this is maximum external rotation for you, almost 180 degrees, which is really good. And as you're letting go, your leg is extending. It's never going to get fully straight for you because of the slot that you throw with, like we talked about. One interesting thing that's happening here is because you're bracing so hard into the ground now, it's cutting your recoil down like we wanted. See, this recoil is much less violent than last year, where your arm would be coming all the way up here. It's more just sort of sitting down there. Now, the bounce back that you're experiencing, the fact that you sort of like get pushed back in the ground and jump a little at the end, that's fine. That's actually an indication that your hips got stuck a little bit, which is probably, again, having to do with the slot that you throw at. I think that it'll be a little bit easier if you relax the arm in the beginning of the motion, like we talked about, this right here. Just try to stay loose right there and keep that throughout. I think it'll be a little less of a jump right there, but that is actually just your foot pressing into the ground, your hips getting stuck at a certain point right here. After you've already let go of the ball, your hips can't go any further because you're throwing sidearms, so they're not going to come over the front leg. They're coming around the front leg more than a guy that's throwing overhand. So in order to compensate and not hurt your front knee, your body's just sort of like bouncing back and letting you kind of hop up a little. But the good thing here is you finish perfect fielding position. Everything's nice and relaxed. Your arm's not up at your head or anything like that. This is fine, okay, for as far as a recoil goes. This is fine for a sidearmer. We're not going to have problems with this, okay? So then after that, it's just kind of whatever you're doing after that. So this little recoil you have here, I'm not sure if that's you just reacting to the pitch or if that's something that happens every time you throw. But again, that's going to go down to that, relax that back arm so that it's not feeling tense at the end of the throw, okay? That's it. That's all I worry about, man. That's nothing. Just shake out your back elbow, make sure that thing stays relaxed, and do everything else the exact same you've been doing, and keep working on throwing the sinkers, 91 mile an hour, two-seamer sinker. That's what you want. That's going to be your game, man. And the spike slider, that's it. All right, man. That's all.